Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Civilization live streaming. This is your boy Legend Ronnie, and today we just had the new update into the game. It has been crazy. I had hundreds of comments. I was trying to keep up to answer all of them. We had the new VIP shop. We had the new governor, which is a very disappointment news. Oh my god. It has been 2 crazy days. So I'm sure that you guys have a lot of questions. So before I'm going to start, just in case some people are going to watch this off stream. So Joan of Arc does not become bad. The only thing that has modified is that defensive options are now limited. Because she increases the attack, she no longer reduces the damage. So now the defensive options, they are very limited. That is the only problem. So free to play now has to go on nuking option rather than defensive option. And as I mentioned, they are very limited. That means that Charles Martel and Richard I, they are among the 2 defensive options right now. Unfortunately, what I believe personally is that they are trying to get something out of Richard, because the Richard is now on the wheel event. So on the new servers, Richard I is on the wheel event. So obviously everyone knows how good he is. So everyone is trying to get him. You understand where I'm trying to go? And before that, people were using Joan of Arc because she was really good for infantry and defensive setups. So let me see who is on. Tulio, Yusel, Sergio, Almanu, Marcin. Got some skills. Black No Sugar. Black No Sugar, you're welcome. Got some skills. You woke up at 5 a.m. to go swimming, so you're tired. Gonna go get some sleep, bro. That's alright, you can watch this later on. Kodos, Dragotin, Beda. Beda, I'm 2 minutes late. You are very correct, and I do apologize about those 2 minutes late. There was a problem with my streaming app. So I was trying to stream, I was pressing the button and it was keep giving me an error, so I had to put in the stream key back and then it worked. So here I am. Samuel, Timdo, Reynaldi, Danky, Godsend. Welcome guys, welcome to the live stream. Raptor. Now, before I go any further, just in case he's here or he's going to watch after, Rodriguez, thank you very much. I got your donation. Thank you very much, bro. I highly appreciate it. So yeah, it helps me keep going. JC Merck, hello. Alright, so let me get back into the game. So what do we have here? Let's give some tryouts before I go about and talk about the VIP shop. So her and just archers. Well, there's 35.5% damage to the barbarians. That's true. Let's see how good they do together. So that's maxed out Boudica in skills with a maxed out Joan of Arc in skills, both on nuking talents with just archers. And then we might try with Tomoe as well. See what's the difference. Danky, Sergio, after the update I tried Joan maxed out on support. rejuvenate counterattack, and pair her with Martyr a second on full infantry, and was surprised about the results. Sergio, that sounds really great. Well, I'm using Boudica and John against barbarians right now, and I have to say that they did pretty well. Alright, so I started with 176,000 troops. That's 8,000. Well, that's not bad, just 65 severely wounded, 5,000 heal. Well, if I bring out Richard and Joan, I believe that's gonna be a killer. Boudica and Joan, double kill, can't go wrong with double heal. What do you think of Minamoto and Joan? Lockbox. Well, this is not a very bad combination. PewDiePie is live with fundraising stream. He got what? Wow, that is a lot. Alayaka Dubai. If I have 1% of that, and it's still a lot. Godsend, thank you very much. Sibeto, welcome to the live stream, Sibeto. Lockbox, Georgie, if I did not mention your name, welcome to the live stream. Stefano, hey Ronnie, what's up? No, you're not late, we just started. So that was level 23, so let's try against the level 23. That was Boudica and Joan of Arc. The damage was very impressive. Now let's try Tomoe, but it's only 159,000, so Tomoe is max on archers. So let's try this one, and Boudica was doing about 1,600 with Joan. With the buffs, they were doing 2,000. So let's see on full archer setup, Tomoe and Joan of Arc. Well, usually Tomoe should be second in command. I know about that. People are keep telling me, but I don't have no other commander that can reach the full archer talent. 1,700, so this is more damage than they were doing with Boudica. 1,900, that's extra damage, 900. Look at that, 2,600, 2,002. That is a pretty nice amount. Whoa, wait a minute. I forgot to mention that Boudica had 20% damage to barbarians, or 25. Whoa, so look at that. Full archer setup with Joan of Arc a second. That is some sick ass damage. So there wasn't much healing, that is true, because just one of them had healing, but the damage was very good. I mean, and that's Tomoe goes in. I mean, obviously with a different commander it might be much better, like Herman, but my Herman is not ready. There was some level 24 somewhere. Do you guys like the new system? For me it's pretty annoying. Do you guys notice that every time I'm moving around, look, it's taking all the menus around. It's removing all the menus. Isn't it that annoying? I find it kind of annoying. Level 21, 20, 22. Come on, man, there's no high level barbarians close by. 24. Alright, I'm gonna bring Richard and Joan of Arc with the just infantry. Alright, so let's see how good they do together. Dragotian, if you can work and watch the stream, that sounds great, bro. That sounds great. Is John boosting archers? Lockbox. John no longer reduces damage. Ganji, you're welcome. Is it impossible to pick Richard the First anymore? You're in a nearby server, server 1106. Richard the First is going to come on the wheel event. Actually, I killed all of them. Who is the best archer to couple or Tomoe? Georgie, you could put Herman with Tomoe if you want. Tony Dimitrov, do you know when we can buy the gold sculptures from Expedition Shop? Tony Dimitrov, I do not know when it's going to be available. Russ Mullins, I got your message. I'm happy to be very helpful. What is the best talent tree for Boudica? Florine, I have a video about all the epic commanders. You can go ahead and check it out there. Alright, so this is Richard the First with Joan of Arc, so-called the healing machine. And I'm not sure if you're noticing, but my troops count is high all the time. So if it's not Richard healing, it's Joan of Arc healing. If it's not either of them, it's the talent from Richard the First healing, which is the defensive one. So look at that, the troops count is high 24/7. So this setup is still working. Let's see the results. So I started with 158,000. So I have severely wounded 143. Plus I suppose a few slightly wounded. So everything was healed up. And these are the talents from Richard the First. Now this is the buffs that got nerfed, so-called, or balanced, how they want to call it. It was this one, which they call it balance. It used to reduce damage taken by 6%, but also reduce damage dealt by 3%. Now it reduces damage taken by 3% and reduce damage you do by 1.5%. In my opinion, and I personally not gonna go for balance, but they gave me only one reset, so I cannot change for just 3 points. In my opinion, it's going to work more loose formation, because reduces skill damage taken by 3% and it goes up to 9%. So obviously Minamoto is doing skill damage, Double C is doing skill damage, Boudica, Herman, and how many other commanders they do skill damage. This is going to reduce it with 9%, so it's gonna be much significant than balance. Balance used to be 6% was okay, because it was like 6% of everything, but now it's just 3, so it's not really worth it. It's much better on loose formation. I'm just not going to change now. It's gonna take too long. Testudo formation. Normal troops attack have a 10% chance to reduce all damage taken by 15% during the next 1 second. It used to be 60%. Well, I have to say that 60% was overpowered. There is no question of if and when or whatever. 60% was overpowered. I was noticing that. I just didn't want to say it straight on a video or on a live stream. Now they did it 15%. It's still worth it. 50% is still worth it because you have a large amount of defense reduction and defense bonuses, and they all add up. So even if it's just 15%, it's still worth it. Then the other one that got modified is this one, Hold the Line. Let's check it on Charles Martel. So Hold the Line. When the army led by this commander contains only infantry units, gives troops a 10% chance to reduce damage taken by 20% for the next 2 seconds. The only thing that got modified on this one is because it says now that when the army led by this commander contains only infantry, so it can only work with infantry. That's the only thing that got changed on this one. Oh, wait. I think this one was 40%. Okay, I get it now. So it was reduced from 40 to 20. So yeah, that it is a pretty significant nerf, but it's still worth it. There's still a lot of defense and damage reduction on the infantry talentry. So yeah, it was 40%, now it's 20%. I don't know, in my opinion they are really bad at balancing. You don't just do things up and down, left and right the way you want. You don't just play with people like that. You know what I mean? Tandwa, you're not late. I'm just gonna show Boudica talents because someone asked me about Boudica. So this is my Boudica right now. So the first part that I would advise you to do on Boudica is the peacekeeping one. This is really good, even for battle, even for barbarians. This part is too good to skip it. After that, get Rejuvenate. And obviously after Rejuvenate, try to reach Feral Nature. And then just put points to try to boost your troops as much as possible. Like the red ones, and then you have the yellow ones to increase the troops attack. But the yellow one, these yellow ones up to this particular one, you should definitely do it. This is really good from Boudica and any peacekeeper. You get 18% march speed just from that. Which civilization has the best infantry, Rome or France? Well, that's not a question of if and when. It's obviously Rome. Because they also get defense bonus and they also get march speed. What is the difference between city defense and garrison? Well, who has city defense? Infantry versatility attack. Archer, garrison defense. Garrison defense. Did they change the names and I don't know about it? Integration, attack, gathering, conqueror, attack, peacekeeping, support. They haven't changed the names, it's just garrison. There is no city defense. Christian, thank you very much. Hello Ronnie, good morning. Anyway, just wanted to ask, how come They say heal of John got weaker but damage becomes stronger. I have Scipio and John and you're free to play. So others don't get mad from my question. The heal of John did not modify. Did it? It didn't. No, it used to be. It used to be the same. 450 healing factor every 5 seconds. No, it's the same, the healing factor, with a 10% chance. And Boudica, yeah, 400. No, John of Arc, John of Arc healing did not get modified. This one got modified, and this is a typo. Don't take this one in consideration. So now it's increased the troops' normal attack damage. It no longer decrease the damage. Whoa, look at that, level 25. Let's send Richard on level 25. What is the best second commander with Scipio and show me talents? Crazy Teto. You guys are keep asking about talents from the epic commanders. Let me just get the link up. I'm gonna get the link from the video so I don't have to keep showing talents for the epic ones. There you go. Pause. Alright, so here is the link for all the epic ones. Ronnie, when in PvP you do not know what you're up against, you prefer to use a tanky setup or a nuking setup? Sergio, I prefer to go with the tanking, to be honest. Use Pelagius with Mina or Lancelot. Constantine, it depends if your Minamoto is highly upgraded. Young Kunkara, let your hair grow up. No! How did you get YSG? Well, YSG is unlocked in my kingdom. Alright, so let's see the report. What? No, not level 9, level 24, 25. No, these are level 25. So I started with that amount of troops. So that is 100 and something. 120 and 31. That is missing. Everything else got healed. So 131 troops. So that is Richard the First and Joan of Arc. So they can still heal like they used to. But obviously when the Mightiest Governor event is going to hit my server, I'm gonna do more PvP and test even more. Festina Lente, welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much. You're leveling up your chars. You wanna be like me. I'm using as a secondary commander John, but is she still useful? She is still useful, as I mentioned. The problem is that the defensive options, they are very limited now, because she increases attack, she no longer increases defense. That is the only difference. So you'll have more nuke, but it's still a good option. Alan, thank you very much. I wonder if your luck was different and you got Richard first and Martel after, would you be using them same as now? or would you be using Richard as main instead? Festina, I would have probably used Richard. But the thing is, I got Charles Martel first and I got into 5-star like really fast. So even after I got Richard, if I wanted to change, it was no reason and no point for me to change. Ronnie, can you please show a good troop composition to attack city halls? Well, if I would have to attack a city right now, I would use my infantry. So I would go with full infantry setup, if I would have to go. If the player you attack is like really weak, it would be better to go with a nuking setup and try to finish him as fast as possible. Like a full archer setup or a full cavalry setup. What's your opinion on Kingdom versus Kingdom? Well, I have done a video about it. I'm very hyped. I can't wait for it. There isn't really that much to do in my kingdom right now. By the way, something else happened in this update and they didn't mention it or they didn't say it. I'm in zone 1 right now. If you don't know what zone 1 means, let me zoom out. I'm not sure if you can see the map on the right, but you can take it by the borders. So this is the borders of the huge map. So this is zone 1. After you pass the first type of gates is the zone 2, and then where is the lost temple in the middle, that is zone 3. So in the zone 1, or at least this is how we consider them in our kingdom. So in this zone 1 where I am, we now have level 4 barbarian forts. So that is pretty sick. We can do level 4 barbarian forts. I would actually rally some forts, to be honest, but there isn't many people around me to join the rally. And without 600,000-700,000 troops, you can't take it down. So I'll have to resume. Alright, so let's bring out Charles Martin and Richard. And Boudica and Hermann, I suppose. And just archers.
We must conquer or die.
We could bring her, but with who? Scipio and Joan of Arc. With a mixture of troops. Well, there's too many knights. Or no, just knights. That's it.
Victoria non ex scudo, sed ex glad.
The knights will move much faster. Ronnie, would you be very grateful if you would send me a link primarily connected to the archers and their proper combination? Georgie, Ronnie, today you didn't mention Frederick in your new Joan's video. Today you tried Frederick with your Max Joan and they seem very good. What do you think about that? Well, Stefano, that's a lot of nuke. Georgie, I will give you the link right now. How do you keep the server alive after Lost Temple is defeated? What is there to do? Tony Dimitrov, we just fight with each other. Got some skills. Ronnie, you skipped my question for the 6th time. I'm going to try again. Did you recharge from the shop today? Are you happy, bro? And since we are here about the shop, I have to say that this one works. Someone said that it doesn't. It counts. So the 30 gem supply, because you can see I have 43 days now. And same does the 7-day ones. They count up. Alright, so let me find a link for Georgie about my Archer setup. Give me a moment. My video manager. But now on the Archer setup you can include John as well. There you go. Archery guide. I found it. And back into the game. Back into the chat. Georgie, that is for you. Do you think Frederick is good second in command with Lancelot? No, not really. I wouldn't really waste Frederick with Lancelot. Lancelot is good only for mobility and harassment. Hi Ronnie, will you please show me the talents of Kusunoki? Thank you. Glacus, I have a full video. I just posted a link with which are all of them. Hey bro, I have a big question. If I buy all double gems offer and all bundles that are available and spend like $1,000 only on gems, do you think I can buy enough speed ups to reach tier 5? No. No, you will not, Lucas Knapp. I'm sorry to say it, but no, it's gonna cost a lot more. Okay, so since you ask, I'm gonna go to the research. No, not here. Where is it? So I haven't even started the level 10. So for example, to instantly research level 8 to 9, it requires me 80,000 gems. Now 80,000 gems, that's about $300. If I'm correct, someone told me that the level 10 is about double this. So it's about 100 and something thousand gems. So that would be about $600 to $800 just to instantly research one research. So if you want to spend like a tremendous amount of money in one day just to unlock your tier 5, it's gonna cost you at least $10,000, give or take. Just because the research is very expensive. So imagine that you have to instantly research all of this. Because there isn't anywhere you can buy that many speed rush. 70 days, 95,000 gems. If you want to instantly do all this, it's gonna be tremendous. You spend $500 to $800 on one research. You do times 10 and you get to like $6,000 just speeding up your research. Maybe even more. So easily $10,000 to speed up your research to tier 5. Let me just see if I can get the merchant out. Oh, look at that, I already have a merchant. 40%, that's alright. 90%, 30%. I'll get back on questions, just let me finish this. Just in case someone is wondering what I'm buying from the merchant shop. This one is alright, but it's 320,000 wood and I still need a lot of resources right now. 4 hours of speed rush. So if you have a lot of resources and you don't need, you can go for the 20% as well. I usually just go for the 30 and 40% when it comes to resources. 40% I'm buying it. 70%. Ooh, 2 keys. That's like 360, but nah. Another time. New shop is nice. You buy all out. Please answer that. Which is the best epic commander to attack? Which is the best epic commander to attack? Well, that is a slightly complicated answer. For infantry is Eulji Mundok. For archery is Herman. For mixture of troops is Scipio Boudica. Who's good pair with YSG? Rise of Civilization Wars. A good pair to YSG you can find on the link I just posted upstairs. So if you go a little bit upstairs, up on the chat, not upstairs, I apologize, up on the chat there is a link. That link is going to get you on the Archer guide. After one skill is maxed on Richard the First, should I max the 2nd skill or go to 3rd? Daniel, after you maxed out the 1st skill on Richard, you can unlock the other 4 and you can proceed further. You can proceed further with him. So you can get him to 4, 5, 6 stars after the main skill is maxed out. Daniel, what rank are you on power rank in your kingdom? I think I'm rank 9. I read in Kingdom chat today someone spent 20k on this game. Team, that's good for him. Can you show me talent max spend mobility cavalry? And as free to play I use Lancelot and double C. I'm gonna pause the videos again, because if I have to keep show the talents, it's gonna take me Pelagius can have on. Alright, so for epic commanders, if you want talents, here is the link. So this is the link for epic commanders. If you're interested in the builds for epic commanders, just press the link that I just posted right now. You're going to find all the epic commanders. Rise of Civilization Wars, Kusunoki. A good pair for YSG is Kusunoki. For full archers. If you wanna go full AoE just to do a lot of group damage, then it's probably Sun Tzu. You have a question, which is the best epic commander for attacking? Amir Khan, I just mentioned Amir Khan. How many times do I have to mention it? Devil in my heart, make a video about tiers of heroes. Amir Khan, for infantry, I just said is Eulji Mundok. For mixture of troops is Boudica and Scipio. For archers is Herman. Is it possible to get Richard the First and on my main on Kingdom 1082? If they are going to unlock it in the future, yes you are. Lohar's jungle and support generate more rage than Boudica jungle and nuke. Something wrong? How nuke can generate more than support tree? Well, Darklight, you won't have that much damage on the support tree. The nuke tree also increase a lot of damage. Alright, I have my army here, it's doing nothing. Wait, I forgot something. Before I go any further, I mentioned about the VIP shop. Alright, so now there is no more complaints. We have basic action point recovery. We have them on the VIP shop. We have the speed rush, which you guys can see because I already bought it, so obviously just go ahead. Then you have the brand new starlight sculptures. We have the dazzling starlight sculptures for resources, so do not hesitate. If they cost resources, just go ahead, buy everything. You can get wood and food you can get from the game, just keep farming. Then something interesting was added to the shop, and I think you need VIP 11 to unlock it, which is the bundle of dazzling starlight sculpture. I'm not sure if the one that grants 800 or 400, but they are very spicy. 2000 gems for one of them, I'm not really down for it. I wouldn't really advise unless you're like very desperate in buying some of them. They are very expensive. 2000 gems, that's a lot. You can make it from the VIP shop. You just keep buying these ones with resources. The merchant shop, you get some from the merchant shop. They made it much easier to get stars now. It shouldn't really be any problems on getting them. Let me check, because it's much easier if you check on Minamoto, because I know I can upgrade Minamoto. So these are the 800 one. Whoa. So the bundles, the ones that are in the shop, the bundles are the 800 experience one, but they have low chance of critical hit. These ones have more experience, but they have higher chance. So I think the best option would be to go with like 2 of these and 4 of these and hope for your luck. But I don't want to level up Minamoto. I'm not going to spend this on Minamoto. I'm saving them for my Richard. Richard is gonna be 6-star in the future. Demonite! What the F? Thank you very much, bro. I don't know what currency is that, but thank you very much. Great work, Ronnie. Thanks for all the hard work. Polia, CPO 5545 and 41 level. When I got just 1.2 million power is okay. Polia, well, that is quite alright. Trash carry, no, I do not think so. Can you use Charles Martel together with Richard I? Yes, Anonymous. I already have them here. Is it good to pair a Max Eulogy Moondog and a 5511 Frederick I? Tanduai, you will get a very nuking infantry, yes. If you want to use them for mixture of troops, it's alright. But even if you want to use them for infantry, you're going to have a very nuking infantry. What is your opinion on the Joan changes? My opinion on the Joan changes. Well, the defensive option I just mentioned at the beginning of the stream, the defensive options are limited because now she increases attack of the troops and she doesn't increase the defense. So the defense options are very limited. Most of the people need to go on nuking options now. Unless you have Richard or Charles Martel. Todd Creamy, you're currently going for Scipio and Frederick combo. What do you think? Is it good combo maxed out? Todd Creamy, when you manage to max them out, you're going to have 25% more troops than any other combination. So I just mentioned it in Hannibal Barca video, you're going to be a huge punching bag. Because you have more troops, so you can take it in, you can take a lot of hits. So it's not a bad combination using Scipio with Frederick. Plus you have a lot of nuke from Frederick, so you can even deliver some serious damage to all the people that are going to hit you. Try hard 7. Lol, for a second I thought it was dollars. What? Mental logic. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm slightly upset with Joan and defense changes, to be honest. I use Martel and Joan with Martel domain. Now my tanky setup isn't good. Mental logic. I give you an option. Even if you wanna go full infantry, I'll tell you something. Just try it out. You see the way I have my recharge build? You see the way I have my recharge build? Well, skip the top one, so don't do balance. Do the same way I have my recharge. Unlock Testudo formation, unlock medicinal supplies, and unlock this loose formation. So all this, don't look on the top. All this. Testudo, medicinal, and loose formation. After that, go on the infantry and call off the pack would be very, very helpful. Undying Fury, Iron Spear, and then it depends how many more talents you have. Advisable will be to aim for the hold the line or strong of body. Do that with your Charles Martel and use your Joan of Arc and tell me how do you think about that setup. Try it out. It's just gonna cost you a reset, and you can try it out with some of your friends. Nice, Ronnie. Should I go for infantry only with Scipio and Frederick? Todd Creamy, if you wanna go for just infantry with your Scipio, then the talents of Scipio is gonna be slightly different. You see these two talents, this armored and armed. So if you wanna go just full infantry, you can, but you need to skip these two. So this one and this one, you can skip them and just go straight forward and put more on attack. So if you wanna use your Scipio with just one type of troops, you need to skip these two, armored and armed. So you can use just infantry if you like, but skip these two because that's like 6 talents which you can put them somewhere else and benefit a lot more from it. If I create a jumper account on Kingdom system, am I safe from bully attack because Kingdom is peaceful? Kenneth, if you wanna create a jumper account, join my alliance, Kenneth. How about that? I will protect you, my man. You wanna create a jumper account, you can apply to Art of Conquest. I will protect you. Ryan Eamon, I'm focusing on Herman. And after Herman is going to be Pelagius or Eulgimundok. Say hi to Brazil. Hi Brazil. What secondary commander should I use with Scipio? Well, Joan of Arc is still a good option. You just don't have that much defense, you have more offense. You can use Boudica. You can also use Eulgimundok. The defense options are limited now if you don't have Charles and Richard. Should I wait too long to get legendary between I'm new player? Rami, don't. If you're new player, don't rush with the legendaries. Focus on epic commanders. I'm trying to make a queen of 5 battalions to complete expedition, and I need one more commander. So should I level up Boudica or Herman? I already have full troops of each type but don't have archers, commander. Well, if you want to, you can level up both of them, because Boudica has peacekeeping talents, Beda. So if you take Boudica on her peacekeeping talents, it's gonna help you up level up Herman. So you can do both commanders in the same time. If you could choose between Charles and Richard, which one would you upgrade first? The skills. If I could choose, I would definitely go with Richard right now. So if I could max out Richard instead of Charles, I would max out Richard first. Fuller, CPO can work both ways. It depends on your army composition. I'm in Kingdom 16. Fuse, hello. I will consider to start with you. Michael Tech. Rami Miracle, I'm happy for that. How much gems do you need to spend in the 10th day of recharge? A prince is the same value. It's still 2,500 gems. So it's the same amount you have to spend, 2,500. Albert Johnson, John is wasted based on use of John. Albert Johnson she's not wasted. She's still good. Mihai Marine, you have Moondog for infantry, Max Scipio is okay for secondary. Mihai Marine, yes it is. It's not like the best option, but it is. First of all, you can bring more infantry, then you have defense from the main skill, and you have burst damage from the second skill. So Scipio can work with Eulgi Moondog. A good pair for Eulgi. Well, a good pair for Eulgi can still be John of Arc, because Eulgi doesn't really have that much defense. Then you could pair Scipio with Eulgi Moondog. As I mentioned, the defensive options are limited now because John defense is gone. Yo Ronnie, how many gold keys it takes to get the line? Making jumper with about 13 other people. And you guys have bad luck on getting him. James S is all about luck, man. It's not about how many gold keys you need. It's all about luck. Hey Ronnie, I see lots of people attacking with more commanders, but if I select my other commander, I can't send them because I don't have troops. How do I train them? Well, Abid Malik, I have to say that many people probably use speed rush. They use speed rush to train their troops. And that is the reason they have high amount of troops. You're going infantry. Which is better, Eulgi or Sun Tzu? Mahmoud, Eulgi. Definitely Eulgi. Wakanda Knuckles. Can you show us the talentry of your Charles Martel? Who is the best epic secondary commander for him? Well... It used to be John of Arc, and unfortunately there isn't many other options now. So if you want to use Charles Martel with a secondary commander, so this is his talent tree. This is the full infantry talent tree. And then you have the defense. The Testudo formation is still good. It got modified, but it's still good. 15% is still worth it. So your options are for Charles Martel, Boudica, John of Arc, Scipio or Eulgi Moondog. if you want to go with epic.
나라의 군대는 강하라. 강물이 저들을 덮을 것이다.
The Iceni pay no more tributes. We must conquer or die.
What? I'm out of potions already.
Je suis le marteau des francs. Victoria non ex scutum, sed ex gladio erit.
What troops should I use for Scipio as a main commander? Mihai Marine, if you can do one type of troops, it's gonna be much better. Either you like infantry, cavalry, or archers, but if you cannot, mixture of troops is alright. It would be better if you can do for Scipio just infantry, but that is up to you. I just transferred to Kingdom 62 and got Dragotian, that's good luck. So you got both of them.
Hoc bellum perticentum est.
Chess probability discussion. Please. Okay, so we have that as well. Chess probability. We have rewards. But that's... Oh, we have the probability for the silver one. So let's check for the silver one. Probability. Elite Commander, 0.7%. I can probably win the lottery faster. Advanced Commanders, Epic. No, that is Elite. Elite. Oh, to get a full Commander. Advanced Commander. So Advanced is the green one, Elite is the blue one. Why they have to change their names all the time? Then to get Epic Commander Sculptures is 1%. You can probably win the lottery. Elite Commander Sculptures. But look at that, you get Tome of Knowledge, speed ups, and resources, you get ton of them. Absolute Starlight Sculptures. Alright, let's leave the silver one. The silver one is too silver to think about it. Gold chest rewards. What? Legendary commander. So to get the legendary commander, that is when you get the 10 sculptures. So when it pops up, that's what it means, the first one. So that's like 0.6%. That is really low. Epic Commander 2%. Elite Commander, come on man, 4%. These are the blue ones, Elite Commander. Then you have Legendary Commander Sculptures, that's 3%. Well, that's more like it. But the Legendary Commander 0.6%, that is really, really low. I would say 1%. 1% would have been alright. But 0.6? For the sculptures is alright, but you don't get like what, 1, 2, 3 sculptures? Or it's just 1 and 2? 3%. Epic Commander Sculptures 8%. Well, we already know that the epic ones. Then you have Elite Commander Sculptures 16%. Nobody cares. Dazzling Starlight, brand new Starlight 5%, so that's why the stars they are dropping so often. They have like 5%. Resource speed ups and Tome of Knowledge. You got Herman 35 level and my skill is Knight. Do I make a mistake? I put Caesar as a secondary commander. I don't know what to do with who to use for secondary commander. I have all except Richard and Frederick. Uros. If your Herman is 35 and your skill is right, you can group him up with Tomoe rather than Caesar. You'll get a lot more benefit from Tomoe, and try to make an archer setup. An archer setup is when you can bring only archers into the army. Until then you can keep him on nuking, it's not any problem. And Tomoe is easy to level up. The reason I'm saying that is because both Herman and Tomoe, they have march speed for the archers. So you can have some mobility with your archers as well. James, I'm on Kingdom 16. Please advise how to get a lot of gold keys as new jumper account. Kenneth, I have done the video about the jumper. You have to collect all the keys and everything, and when you open the boxes you get gold keys. Jonathan, yes, the blue ones, they feel like 50%, they kinda drop most of the times. Noxley, PvP, PvP rally, Frederick or Double C, or Frederick and Charles? Noxley, it depends how strong is the player you're attacking. If the player you're attacking is really strong, I would go with a more defensive. I would go with Charles. But if the player you're attacking is weak, or you know that you can take him down, then go with Double C for more nuking. new Martel with talents adjusted and is nowhere near as good as it used to be. I guess I'll be running CPO with my Martel as main. At least I'll still have damage reduction.
Que voulez-vous? Oh, que belle.
The Iceni pay no more tribute.
Mental logic. Only thing you can do is save Universal Sculptures, and when they're going to release Richard the First, because they're gonna bring it on the wheel, they will. So you know the wheel event that you spend gems and you spin around, and you're going to get your Richard like that. When you're gonna get your Richard like that, you're gonna be settled. I'm using my Charles and Richard, and it's still working almost as before, but the healing makes a difference. I'm sorry that it didn't work. I'm using Richard like that, and I'm happy about the results. So I'm using Richard with John like that, and they're working pretty good. But Richard has an insane healing factor, so I was hoping that Charles Martel, considering that he doesn't have that much healing factor, but he has damage reduction, and with the talents that I showed you with the healing, it's gonna make a difference. But if you told me it's nowhere near close, use Scipio. Not much other options. And when they're gonna release
Doria
Richard on the wheel event, you're going to get it, and that's it.
Exclad.
All sorted. Mr. Mega God, good evening. About Charles Martel after the update, the defense talent tree is kinda weaker. Is it better go infantry talent tree with Martel? Mr. Mega God, if you got enough infantry, then yes, I'm still using him on the infantry talent tree. With Richard the First is still doing a very good setup. They weakened the other setups with John of Arc, that he was doing very good.
Que voulez-vous? Oh, que belle.
The Iceni pay no more tributes.
Can you show your armies, all of tier 4? You think is it wise decision to recruit tier 3 and convert it to tier 4 instead of recruiting tier 4 directly? Alright, I'm gonna tell you something. Alright, it's more like of a trick if you want to call it like that. If you train tier 2 troops or tier 3 troops and then you upgrade them to tier 4, on the expedition they get recorded, both of them. So you can multiply troops for the expedition using this trick. So if you train tier 2 and then you convert them to tier 4, or tier 3 and then you convert them to tier 4, you're going to multiply your troops for the expedition. Other than that, it can help you on the Mightiest Governor event, if you're going to speed it up. My other service I'm on has the wheel, and it's Universal Sculpture, not Richard. Dragotin, I was watching Chizgul, I think. So Chizgul had Richard on his wheel event, and I think he's on Kingdom 50 and something, 51, 56, something like that. So yeah, he has Richard on the wheel event. So I think it's more like of a tryout, a test. They're probably going to release in the future. Georgie, you're welcome. You'd be happy to do the same but in combination with the first and second commander. What is good with Minamoto? You have double C, but don't have skill ups. You're free to play. Just summon Minamoto and max one skill. Well, Carlos, if you just gonna max out the first skill on Minamoto, then he's going to be good for nuking. My advice would be if you have your Minamoto only on his first skill, my advice would be to do this peacekeeping talent tree. Just do these first yellow ones, because you're going to get a lot of march speed, action points reduction, and experience. And after that, try to do the skill one. You could probably go for rejuvenate. The reason I went for this one because it's another 6% march speed, so that is 18%. That is another 6, so that's 24% march speed just for these two. And I think you need like level 30 to get them. So you can use your Minamoto for nuking and leveling, but you need to be aware about the stars, so you can upgrade his stars. To get him to 5-star, you're gonna spend around 250, and then his last star is about 450. So you need about 700 stars to max it out. That's why legendaries, they are everyone usually goes like one legendary at a time, or at least that would be advisable, because they cost too many stars to upgrade. Devin Miller knows better, so Chisgol is on Kingdom 51. Matthews Rodriguez, I already mentioned about it. It more hurts the free-to-play than others, because it was a very good defensive option, Joan of Arc, and a cheap one. So she now does attack, and she is still good, don't get me wrong, but it would have been much better with defense, because there isn't much defensive options you can go right now with commanders. It's really limited, and she was one of them. Now they removed one. Long live cavalry. Ronnie, if I'm charged 2,400 gems in day 2, where I got 2 chest rewards. In first day I didn't charge gems. Young Kunkar, I don't think so. If you go on this one, it says here 5 days and 4 hours. So I believe if you skip some days, I think it gives you an option to skip like 1 or 2 days. So if you recharge them now, I think you still have time to finish it. But it's still 2,500 gems on each day. Level 40 Boudica and level 13 double C. My Boudica's nuke is maxed. How is the combo? Pranav, is the other commander double C first skill maxed out? Yamaraj is not the best combo, but is a decent combination. Charles Martel will help you a lot with his protection. Borsch, you want to play this game on PC? I got you, bro. Is there music? I don't hear anything. Oh wait, it's Superhero. It's Superhero singing right now. Running in a rally, only the captain commander count, right? Bobo, that is exactly. On a rally, only the main commanders, the player that started the rally. Elite X Raider, why you're not answering? Do you see the chat, Elite X Raider? Can I join your alliance or not? Yes, you can. Michael P joined. Did you apply? What is a good Pelagius combination? Well, if you don't have enough infantry, then he can only go nuker. So you can combine Pelagius with any other nuker. Even with Boudica if you want. With Boudica you're gonna have double heal. Madara iOS, will I lose my special troops if I change civilization? Because I want to change civilization. Madara, they will be converted. You will not lose them, you'll have the same number, but they will be converted to the new civilization. Pranav, if you wanna use double C, you need to max out his first skill. If you want to make the most of it, you got him a level 13. That means you unlocked his second skill. Legendary commanders, they are very good after you manage to max out his first skill. So after you max out his first skill on legendary commanders, then you can unlock the other skills. Elite X Raider, if you don't want to start again, you cannot move to another kingdom. If you're level 8, you will not be able to move. Maybe in the future, but not now. Mateus Rodriguez, Scipio and Joan for a full infantry army is still good. Mateus is just no longer that defensive like it used to be. You're going to have more offensive capability. Cleveland, Charles, Martel and with Caesar since John changed. Cleveland depends on the second skill of your Caesar. How is your second skill of your Caesar, Cleveland? If the second skill of your Caesar is at least 3 out of 5, then yes, it can work. You don't have healing, so but you'll have defense. Caesar is maxed. Wow. Well, if Caesar is maxed, then definitely. A maxed out Caesar, I wish I could see that. I wish you could send me a picture of a maxed out Caesar. I haven't seen one. How do you play Rock on PC? I don't have iOS. Aurora. Try to Google search about that. Cleveland. I was thinking even deeper about it. If your Caesar is maxed out, it will definitely going to work with Richard, even if you don't have healing. Because if your Caesar is maxed out, that means you can take 15% more troops than others. So you can take 15% more infantry, so it's definitely going to work. Especially that the second skill of Caesar is insane. Cleveland, do not make any worries, is going to come. If your Caesar is maxed out, if the skills of Caesar is maxed out, go ahead and use it. GA Nobody, is Charles Martel good at 5111? Is good, GA Nobody, at 511 is good. When I started using my Charles Martel, it's all that it has. It was only the first skill that it was maxed.
Victoria non ex scudo, sed ex glad et.
Harry, my civilization is Rome, which have the elite troops that is Legionnaire. So would you suggest focusing on infantry? MD Laffy, obviously, I would suggest that. But it also depends which commanders you also started focusing on. How deep are you into the game? Amit Baja, you have maxed out Herman, want to pair with Charles Martel, is that okay? Bro, it's not really okay. If you have a maxed out Herman, I would rather pair him with Tomoe or some other archer commander if you have anything high up. The Jekko. I'm just chilling the Jekko. Answering question, this update madness that turned everyone upside down. Trying to sort it out, put everyone on the right path. Tony Dimitrov, your Caesar is 1531. Is he good to be second in command with Charles? Tony Dimitrov, you messed up his main skill, but you got it right with the second skill, so you're very lucky about that. So you can use him. But in the future, I would advise you to probably change him. He's not gonna be like forever good. Unless you are able to get more sculptures for your Caesar to max him out. If you manage to max out your Caesar so you can get more troops, then you can use them even in the future. It's not gonna be any problem. Does elite troops makes huge difference? Jerexis, the tier 4 troops, if they are the special troops from that nation, they have a slightly bonus in attack, defense, health, but the tier 5 troops, mark my word, the tier 5 troops, they are all the same. So the tier 5 troops, they are all the same everywhere. Aurora, can I use cavalry only army with Scipio and John or Scipio and Charles? Well, I think I already have like that. I have Scipio and Joan, and there's only cavalry in this setup. Alright, I'm gonna send them to do some level 25. 25. That's the strongest one.
Victoria non ex scudo, sed ex. Je suis le marteau des francs.
We must conquer all.
Alright, so I sent Scipio and John of Arc to do some level 25. What is your top 5 PvP commanders? Life for Chris. Life for Chris, I like to play defensive because the nuking ones, they have ups and downs. So the top 5 PvP commanders, the main one would be Richard, maxed out. The second one would be Double C, maxed out. The third one would be Frederick, maxed out. The fourth one would probably be Charles Martel, maxed out. And then fifth one would be Julius Caesar for sieging cities. So even if I make my Caesar 1533, let's say, it would be still good. Tony Dimitrov, you cannot be sure you're going to make him 1533. because it's all random. It can go on the main skill. Alright, so this is Scipio with Joan of Arc, just cavalry, fighting against level 25 barbarians. So when you see 1700, when you see that big damage, that is the boost from Scipio. 1600, that was the boost from Scipio. 1500, 1600. Considering they are fighting level 25 barbarians, which are pretty strong, I would say they are doing very well. $900 kill. That's definitely from Joan of Arc. It's not going really bad. 1400, and they have no bonus against barbarians. That's the normal attack. You can see the damage reduction is being applied. Slightly wounded, 34,000, 7,000 were healed. So that's about 27 troops in slightly wounded. Doing solo level 25. I would say they were doing really great.
We must conquer or die.
Victoria non ex scudo, sed ex glad.
Headhunter, hey Ronnie, how are you? Are you close to chest opening? I opened a 50 chest again, you got 8 sculptures. Is it getting a little better? Headhunter, I believe that is more about luck. So you can see that Charles, Martel and Richard, since I took these 3 groups out and I'm keep doing barbarians, is still at maximum number of troops. 177,000, while the other ones, they are pretty down. So yeah, Charles, Martin and Richard is still working. What troops do you use with Boudica? Elitix Raider, I have only archers with Boudica. It's Boudica and Herman. But the reason Boudica is the main commander is because of the peacekeeping talents. Because she gains a lot more experience. Mulder, we're talking about for tier 5, $1,000 for tier 5. That's more like 10,000. Is it the best purple combo for fighting barbarians? Christian Taylor, Boudica is the best purple to fight barbarians. So whichever you want to put as second in command is gonna go for it. I mean, there is Lohar as well, I'm sorry. I can't say that Boudica is the best one, there is Lohar as well. But Lohar is only limited for barbarians, that's why I don't mention about him. I did try with someone in one of my live stream, I was doing some battles, he was having a maxed out Lohar. So we were trying the support build of Lohar and he wasn't really that good. I was beating him with my Scipio. Your civilization is Korea, what is the best defense pair for my wall? As free to play, Eulji Mundok. Right now, Eulji Mundok as main commander is kinda the best one you can put on your wall. Rafet, you are welcome. What is the best primary epic commander for PvP? Scipio, Eulgi Boudica. But it all depends what you want to do with them. You want to do full infantry, you want to do mixture of troops, you just care about nuking. You want to go archers, then you have to use Herman. Or Kusunoki, if you prefer that. I prefer Herman because of his march speed to the archers. Ronnie, I was thinking of making a jumper account. Just for Richard. But now that percentage of drop I reveal, I don't think I will. With 5%. It's all about luck. Try hard. Last question. Would you prefer a John Max first skill or Charles Max first skill as a secondary to Scipio? Aurora, I would definitely go with a Charles. If it's only the first skill we are talking about, I would definitely go with Charles Martel. Do you think game designer gives so much power? I don't know. I'm just here trying to sort it out. To make the best out of the situation. Jerexis. Serko, if you have Richard and John, they can still work together. I just tried them. They can still work. Double C and Richard, what do you think about this combo? Or Minamoto and Richard? Well, Alexander, if you have Double C and Richard, and you have Minamoto as well, Double C and Minamoto, they make the best cavalry combination. Why would you use Richard with one of them? Unless you just want mobility, then you put Double C first and Richard for healing. But if you have Double C and Minamoto, they are the best cavalry commanders. I understand the one, but this is insane. Yeah, I agree with you, Jerexis. That is a little bit bad. But what can you do? It's allowed, it's allowed. Who is the best commander to use with Scipio? Christian Delgado. You have an option. Joan of Arc, Boudica, Eulgi Mundok. Headhunter, yes I know, but mine is unreal. You got 49 sculptures from 75 chests. I counted, and I got 7 from the same amount of keys. Plus, what do you think about fully maxed Barca and Minamoto with 216k level 5 cavalry? Headhunter, I would think that I would smash his level 5 cavalry with my infantry anytime. That's what I would think. Can you pair Eulgi with Charles for defense? VNS, yes you can. But why Charles second is because he's low level. If Eulgi is higher in level, then definitely put Eulgi first. Caesar plus Richard or Martel and Richard. Madis can go both of them. If for infantry, Martel and Richard. But if you want to siege cities, you can go Caesar and Richard. So for sieging cities, Caesar and Richard. For infantry PvP, Martel and Richard. So Mudis, you have to choose, because it's gonna take you a lot to upgrade. So try to focus just on one legendary at a time. It's gonna be a lot of stars and a lot of sculptures.
We must
ex scudo, sed ex gladium.
Alexander, you are right about that. But the thing is, Double C, that commander Double C, I try to consider it more as a mobility commander rather than a PvP commander. So it's your choice how you want to go, but definitely, because Double C has heal, Richard has heal as well, so it can keep your cavalry count high, so it can make a difference. But if I have to choose, like you mentioned, so you mentioned between Minamoto and Double C, with Richard I would go with Double C because of the mobility, so I can be very mobile with my cavalry. Do you know how often More Than Gems event come? Igor, I'm waiting for it. It hasn't been in my kingdom for like 3 weeks, I think, or maybe more. I would love to see one of those.
Victoria non ex scudo, sed ex gladium.
Serco, do you know any website where I can see the next events? Serco, no, I don't think so, and they're still introducing events, and it's messed up the rotation. Do you know the train cost for tier 5? No, I do not. There is only one player in my kingdom that has tier 5. WR, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. To tell you the truth, I didn't even check what is the time. Wow, there's 1 hour and 36 minutes, so I'm probably gonna end it in a couple of minutes. Couple more minutes. Look, these 24 barbarians, they are looking juicy. I'm gonna splatter them all over the place.
Victoria non ex scudo.
We must conquer or die!
Yes, you started with Eugi, so it's more levels than Charles. VNS, then definitely go with Eugi. VNS, that it makes sense. So go with Eugi and put Eugi in your defense. Daily, you missed the stream. Yes, couple more minutes. Lorenzo, how long does it take until the next Mightiest Governor will take place, since the current with El Cid is trash? Lorenzo, 2 months. For 2 months I'm gonna have to suck it up with El Cid. Aurora, I will still go with Charles. Charles, first skill, if it's maxed out, it can soak up a lot more damage than Joan of Arc can heal or boost with her main skill. I will still go with Charles. Charles also grants you 30% damage increase, so it's nothing bad in the Charles Matter first skill. And that's it. No more for Boudica. Sibeto Gaming, will you be doing 1 versus 3 trying out Joan with various combos in the coming days? Sibeto, Joan of Arc just lost her defensive capabilities and you want me to go 1 versus 3? Maybe with Richard, yes, but not with Joan. What do you think of Sun Tzu on Garrison? Emilio, I don't think he's that great on Garrison, to be honest. Sun Tzu, I see him only a nuking commander for group damage. What is the top 3 pairs with Scipio? Boudica, Joan and Eugi Mundok. that is for free to play. You can use Richard, would be the main choice. Then you can use Frederick. Then you can use Julius Caesar, Charles Martel. That would be for the legendary ones. Would John and Frederick work together? Mute this if Frederick is the main commander, not John. Canton LS, thank you very much. Tell this to your alliance. Peace and love from your boy Legend Ronnie. Mustafa, hi, good publications. Thank you very much, Mustafa. If you're working for infantry setup but you can only upgrade one skill to level 5, would you start with Charles or Richard? I will start with Richard. Wisnimer, you will not regret it. Investing in Richard right now, you will not regret it. You cannot go wrong with Richard. The difference between Teutonic and Conquistador Knights. Elisei, I can only tell you if I would see the stats on them, and I cannot see the stats on them. But the only thing I can tell you, Elisei, is that both of them have better stats than any other tier 4 cavalry. This is the only thing I can tell you for sure. Life for Christ, would Minamoto and Double C work well together for burning cities? Go full cavalry. Life for Christ. Depends how strong he is. So if you plan to rally like a very top player, like a 40-50 million player, it's not gonna work. If you wanna burn small cities, then it's definitely gonna be really fast killing. If you're using Minamoto and Double C. Aurora, thank you very much. You're welcome. So that's my opinion. Minamoto and Double C, they can work for burning city, but not very strong players. If you wanna attack very strong players, you need very defensive setup. What legendary would you pick if you can only level 1 and you can't have ISG and Richard? Michael, I'm gonna give you a couple of options, so you don't think I will just say just one. So it would be Double C. If I cannot pick ISG on Richard, it would be Double C, which is the legendary cavalry commander, the second one to Minamoto. Then it would probably be Frederick, and then Charles Martel. So from these three options, Michael, this would be three legendary options that I would go for if I cannot level up ISG or Richard. So Double C, Frederick, or Charles Martel. How many legendary commanders do you think I get from 190 gold keys? I have no idea how many you can get, but I hope that you get as many as you wish for. So many legendary commanders for you, Lore. Yogi, thank you very much. Besides the game, what? No, I'm not gonna answer that. Claudius Marcus, hello Ronnie, I have used Richard and John for my main. Should I keep this combination? Even John got nerfed, or I should leveling up Charles for replacing John. Well, you can still use John, because I suppose you are using Richard with the defensive capabilities. So if you use Richard with the defensive capabilities with John of Arc, you can still have the healing machine, so-called the healing machine. But it would be advisable for full infantry to level up Richard and have both of them. Guillermo, 500k kills, that sounds great, bro. Sounds exciting. You still have the adrenaline pumping in your veins. 500,000 kills. Feels good, isn't it? What do you think about Max Double C and Pelagius instead of Mina for extra rage boost, defense and heal? That sounds great. Double C and Pelagius is not a bad combination. Especially that Double C is the king of mobility. So look at that. Christian Fredrickson, Conquistadores 192, 192, 192 attack defense speed, and Teutonic 187, 197, and 197 attack defense speed. So Conquistadores, they are even in stats, but if you put them overall, the Teutonic Knights have more. They have more speed and more defense. And Conquistadores, they are level. So still Teutonic Knights are better. Which one would you like more, Minamoto or Double C? Double C, definitely. Stefano, you'll figure it out sooner or later. 6 hours of continuous fight. Oh my god, I missed that. Can you please give me your opinion? You have both Richard and Martel 511. Does it matter who is the main commander and who I should invest in first? Festina. Charles Martel is going to be the second commander on the Mightiest Governor event. So after Julius Caesar is finished on 4 Mightiest Governor event, is going to be Charles Martel. So you have a chance to max him out. On the other hand, it's much more profitable to invest in Richard, because Richard has the healing, so you can basically use him anywhere. And the first one that you should use, Festina, is the one that has the highest level. So the one that has the highest level, you should focus on him and try to get him to 6 stars. You mentioned CC, Fred and Charles, but what about Julius Caesar? Michael, I was asked which one would be the 3 main commander if to start with, if I have to choose. Julius Caesar is a rally commander. Is very, very good on rallying. Or second in command as a very defensive commander. When he's maxed out, Julius Caesar when he's maxed out is very good. By Julius Caesar, this is why I'm not using my Julius Caesar. Look, my Julius Caesar is first one is maxed, second one is 3 out of 5. Until I maxed out this, I'm not moving with him forward. After that, all I care about is this one for troops capacity. After that, I'm gonna use him. When first 2 are maxed out, after that I'm gonna use my Julius Caesar. Get to the last one and make use of him. Did you 1 versus 1 the highest power in your kingdom? Tandwai, yes I did, and I won. But it was before the update. Now after the update, things can be different. Saber Sama, Joan of Arc just is more nuking commander now rather than defensive commander. Used to be a very defensive commander, now there is no other option. Everyone goes for attack. To use a second type of units in a single army, such as 100k cavalry and 30k archers, just for some support. Andre, the ideal would be to just have one type of troops. But if you cannot fill the group with just one type of troops, then you take mixtures, because the numbers will matter more. So it would be better if you try to have a max group, just one type of troops. Cleveland, when I fought with him, he was having tier 4. So when I fought with my Charles Martel and Richard against him, he had tier 4.
Woe, destruction, ruin, and decay!
Cleo still has defense. I would like to know if you can win tier 5 with your tier 4. Cleveland, I'm gonna challenge him for a battle, because he does seem to accept those. So I'm gonna challenge him to a battle, and if he accepts, I'm gonna fight his tier 5. What's the difference between defense and damage reduction? Defense is for the troops, to boost the defense of the troops, and damage reduction is the overall damage. It's probably reducing the skill damage and everything. If you want to KVK, you guys come to 1039. What is the biggest power in your kingdom? Alright, I'm gonna answer this, the biggest power in my kingdom. So this guy has tier 5 troops, he has cavalry, so he has tier 5 cavalry, Big Rig B. And my Minamoto, but it's much better if you check my my video to see all his talent trees. There's like 4 of them. So this is my Minamoto right now. I'm trying to get as much march speed on Minamoto as I can. That's why it's built like this. I was going for this one. I'm aiming for that one and this one. And then I have this one. So to get the maximum march speed I can with Minamoto. March speed. All this way march speed. This should be the first one on Minamoto that you will do. The peacekeeping. If you're in kingdom where Richard isn't released, as in all the new ones, is there a way that I can obtain him at all? Christian, you can obtain Richard when he's going to be unlocked on the wheel event, on the Wheel of Fortune. So when you're gonna have a Wheel of Fortune event, then you can probably unlock him if the sculptures are available. Until then, hold your hands tight and hope for it. Frederick and Caesar for attacking city, second in command. Scipio's main commander. Enzo, that can definitely work. So you're about 1 week and you have a maxed out Boudica, a level 30 Minamoto, with first skill maxed out. So should you go with a level 50 Boudica or play Caesar? Well, getting Boudica to level 50 is not a bad choice. The reason why is because you shouldn't really invest experience in her, but you should kill barbarians with her. So in that way you can also level one of your legendaries, because the Boudica has the peacekeeping talents. So because of those peacekeeping talents, you could level up one of your legendaries in the same time. But having 6-star commanders can give you a variety of options. So keep your Boudica for leveling, use her against barbarians, guardians and all the neutral units, and level up one of your legendaries in the same time. So you have 200k tier 4 and you want to know the best talent tree for Scipio. Well, if you follow this link, you have all the epic commanders there. On this link that I just posted right now, you have all the epic commanders. You have all the talent tree for all the epic commanders. Los Flores on, so you can see Los Flores, they had double C. Free Flyer, why do you think of investing in Frederick, leadership spec? Ready to pair with Richard, one skill only to start for rallying city with mixed troops. Free Flyer, I don't think that's a bad combination, that is really good. So Frederick with Richard for sieging cities, it's really good. Is it better to wait for Richard Will event or invest in Martyr early if you are a moderate paid to win? Donovan, definitely. Martyr is going to be the second commander on the Mightiest Governor event, Donovan. So after Julius Caesar is over, for 4 Mightiest Governor events is going to be Julius Caesar. After him is over, you're going to have 4 Governor events with Charles Martel. That's how I managed to max out my Charles Martel. I won like 3 Mightiest Governor events. So in 3 Mightiest Governor event, I got my Charles Martel maxed out. So I saved up my Universal Sculptures and when I put them on Richard when I got him. Do you think that there are too few commanders into the game and at this current stage? Andre, I don't think there are too few commanders at the current stage. The reason I'm saying that is because you cannot level your commanders so easy. So because you cannot level your commanders so easy, there aren't really that many. WR, that's good. It's not a bad combination. But Julius is really good when he's kinda maxed out, so when his skills are really high. Because you need more troops with him, and that is his last skill. Then you need defense from him, which is his second skill. And then the main skill, which is good altogether. But you can use him if it's just one skill maxed out, you can use him. And you can replace him later on if you don't manage to max out your Julius. You can replace him later on with some epics. Julius Caesar as main and Charles II. Just do it. Yes, it is. CPO full skills with John or double C. Definitely John. Or you can do double C with John. Anton, if you went that deep in him, I wouldn't stop buying the daily chest, but that's your wallet. So you need to know if you want to spend that much in him. You understand what I'm trying to say? I personally would. If I started with one commander, I would go all the way. I wouldn't really stop. I would try to have one maxed out commander. Martin, free to play or pay to win? Alright. Be quick, Martin, because I want to end the live stream. There's 2 hours. Well, for free to play would be CPO and John of Arc. For pay to win, you can go with Richard, with Charles, Frederick, Richard plus Max Joan, Richard plus Max Boudica, or Richard plus Charles. Noxley, for mixture of troops, you can go Richard and Max Joan. If you have full infantry, then you should go Richard and Charles. Noxley. Alright, I'm gonna end it off here, guys. Thank you all for tuning in for the live stream. It's been a great day. I hope I answered quite a lot of questions, but I feel pretty exhausted right now. I need to take a rest. Haven't done much into the game. I was just answering questions anyway. So I bid you all farewell and take care. See you guys on the next live stream, Friday.